For the last 4 weeks, I have been in a class called Media Relations. And for my final assignment for this class, I am going to be doing a video blog or vlog for my mastery journal. One of the first questions I have to answer is what my expectations were for this course and if the course actually held up to my expectations. I personally did not have any expectations for this course. When it comes to new classes going in, I go in blind, which is probably not great for me. But I will say that as time went on and I learned more about the class and I got a bit more of what to expect, this class definitely held up and it's definitely gotten me to where I am now. That it definitely has met my expectations. When it comes to my favorite assignment for this month, I will have to say is week 4's actual assignment for the video interview of your client. It was really fun to be able to speak with Amber one-on-one, work with her, and get answers as to how she got to what she is, what she loves the most about her job. Just getting to have a more one-on-one with her. It was one of my favorites, and then being able to go through and edit the video and have my own little spin on it and the things. I got to be able to show my creativity that I got, and I really enjoyed it. For the third question, it was one thing I could do better this month, and I think it's my timeliness. So one thing that I have found that with my client being a photographer, she doesn't always have something or someone to take photos of. So when it comes to me having to meet up with her for assignments that like, I have an assignment due, what can you do? Sometimes I had to work with her schedule rather than the class schedule, because I could ask her the week before and be like, hey, I have to take pictures. And she would go, well, I don't have a game this week, or there's no practice this week, so it's something I can really do. So that kind of put a stump in my time. So I will definitely say planning ahead will be one thing I can work better. The course itself for my career, I think will definitely help in the sense of me with video editing and getting enough information and knowing what to collect. The last question that I have is what future trends I think will be most challenging for media relations as a whole and how I'll navigate over the next 5 years. Personally, I think one of the hardest things that I would probably have to run into is finding the right people to interview, having the right questions, and just expecting success or not success, especially with my client. Like I said before, working with her was so much fun, but it was hard to find a good time to actually work with her. She works with different groups throughout the year, and right now it is volleyball season, so she's working primarily with volleyball. So if volleyball wasn't doing anything, she wasn't doing anything. She was staying with her current job, which is still working at Thomas More in the registrar. So she's always on campus. But her primary focus as of right now for this season is volleyball. So when she doesn't have anyone to work with, I don't have anyone to work with, really. So when it comes to working in the future, especially in the next 5 years, I think it's to make sure that you have plans. Instead of just going in and saying, I'm going to do this, have backup plans. If Amber isn't working with the volleyball team today, maybe figure out if she's working with anybody else. Or go to her and say like, hey, I need to get some stuff. I'm going to get some stuff early on. Can I get some photos of you around campus or photos of you around the gym? That way I can just focus on you instead of everybody else in the gym. Just finding something that you can do to collect your time and put it forth to the actual finished product, I think is one of the trends I'll probably do. That's probably most challenging, is just figuring out how to fill in that time and what to do it. And if I was to be in that slump, I think that's what I'll have to do.